So everyone says Texas is cheaper than Colorado. But what if that's not actually true? What if the lower cost of living comes with higher taxes, steeper bills, and a lifestyle trade-off that quietly drains your time, your energy, and your peace? All right, stay with me because I'm breaking down what no one else is telling you about Colorado versus Texas. Now, it's easy to get caught up in the headlines. No state income tax, big houses for less money. But if you're thinking about the life you want to build, not just the price of the house that you live in, then the decision gets a whole lot more interesting. So today we're digging into the hidden costs, the emotional returns, and a few money surprises that might completely flip your relocation plan. And in the next few minutes, we're going to answer the following. Why that cheaper Texas home might actually cost you more over time, what financial trap surprises a lot of Texas buyers, or whether you spend more on heating in Colorado or cooling in Texas, and how to measure value, not just in square footage, but in lifestyle, in time, and in your freedom. All right, let's break it all down. All right, yes, housing in Colorado is more expensive up front. In areas like Golden, Littleton, Lakewood, or Arvada, you might pay $100,000 to $150,000 more than in many Texas suburbs. But here's the question most people don't ask. What are you getting in return? Now in West Denver, you're buying access to trails, walkable neighborhoods. You're buying access to gorgeous scenery and a lifestyle that supports your well-being. Now in Texas, you might be getting a larger home, but with longer drives, with fewer amenities nearby, and less time for the things that you've actually moved for. So yeah, Colorado homes cost more, but they also give you a whole lot more in return. All right, let's talk about a cost that most people miss. Property taxes. Texas is famous for having no state income tax. It sounds great, right? But here's the twist. Texas has some of the highest property taxes in the country. Now we're talking over 2% a year. On a $600,000 house, that's $12,000 annually. And in Colorado, property taxes average about 0.5 to 0.6%. That same house, closer to $3,600. So while Texas skips income tax, you're paying way more to just keep your home each year. And you know what? That adds up fast. All right, here's a question you may not have asked. What costs more, staying warm in Colorado or staying cool in Texas? Now in Texas, the AC runs constantly. Energy bills can spike to $300 or $400 a month in the summer. Now in Colorado, the dry, cool climate means milder summers, and many homes use evaporative coolers instead of full AC. Now in the winter, yes, there's heating, but it's often more efficient and it's seasonal. So while cold sounds expensive, our energy bills often tell a different story. Okay, let's move beyond money and talk about time. How long are you willing to commute? Because in many Texas cities, a 45-minute drive each way is pretty normal. That's an hour and a half a day, 7.5 hours a week, nearly 400 hours a year. In Colorado's west side suburbs, you're closer to the city, you're closer to the mountains, and in many cases, you're closer to your workplace. That's time that you're getting back for dinner on the patio or a sunset hike or actually living in a home you just bought. That's not just convenience, that's peace of mind. All right, let's talk about groceries, gas. Yes, Colorado may run 5 to 8% higher, but here's the real question. How much does it cost you to feel good, to feel balanced, to actually enjoy your life? In Colorado, that trailhead, it's free. That walk by the creek is free. The paddle boarding session before you eat dinner, also free. And in Texas, especially during those hot, sticky months, your fun is indoors. It often comes with a price tag. Over time, the free joy in Colorado adds up. It adds up in your bank account and your well-being. So how do you feel where you live? Can you reset easily? Do you feel connected to your space or drained by it? If you're in a life season where peace and clarity matter, Colorado might be exactly what you're craving. It's not just about the cost of living, it's about the value of living. And that's something a calculator can't show you. So let's answer the question, is Colorado more expensive than Texas? Yes, in some ways, but when you add it all up, lower property taxes, energy efficiency, time saved, built-in recreation, a lifestyle that supports your next chapter, Colorado often comes out ahead, not because it's cheaper, but because it's more aligned with the life that you want to live. And when you're financially stable and ready for a change, that alignment is everything. So if this helped clarify what's really going on beneath the surface, don't stop here. Because next week, I'm breaking down the cost of living in Colorado versus California. And spoiler alert, if you're coming from the West Coast, you might just feel like you've struck gold in the Rockies. I'm Nicole with the Mama Bear team at Exit Mosaic Realty. This is what I help my clients unpack every day. Not just where to live, but how to build a life that truly fits. All right, until then, remember, life is short, live somewhere awesome, and be well. We'll see you next week.